Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials.
Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand a concept called responsive containers or responsive power apps. First, let's understand what is a responsive container. This is a layout control that automatically adjusts the size and position of its child control based on the screen size and the available spaces. Consider an example. You are creating a power app that is explicitly suited for a tablet canvas. If some of your user uses that interface in mobile, they will have difficulty in viewing the control, so they need to zoom in and zoom out to actually look at it. So with this advanced feature that is responsive containers, you can build responsive apps so that the screen automatically adjusts its elements which is present inside the container accordingly to the available screen size. Let's see that in action. So I would like to create a blank canvas app and it prompts me whether I need to create a responsive or a tablet size. I would like to select responsive. On selection, it automatically opens up the usual canvas app for building. So let's wait for that to get loaded. Now, if you see, I have one screen that is automatically added, and I have a one control called screen container one. And inside the screen container one, I have three different containers. So, which is called as header container, main container, and footer container. So, if you select this full container set, you see different set of options here, which we would like to explore one by one in this video. So, first, what I would like to do, let me add a header control. So let me add a text box here. So if you see the text label, what I have added automatically go and sets its position in the container. Let's select the header container and see the list of properties what we have. In the general, we have an option called horizontal or a vertical. Here we would like to go with horizontal. I will explain you what is horizontal. So here you see one label. So what I will do, I will give a background color to it so that we will be able to identify these labels in difference. So let me go back to the container and I would like to add one more label. This label, let's give a different color and call the text as text2. So now if you notice, you have two text labels available in the header container. Let me go to the header container. Here, now you see the direction is horizontal. So if you switch this to vertical, the elements, whatever available on that container, will automatically adjust its direction to either horizontal or vertical. I would like to have my text horizontal, so let me make it horizontal. If you see the next option, which is justify horizontal, it tells the container where to start the first component. Here, the first component is label 1, and here it is automatically telling it to start from the start of the container, which is this corner. If you want to make it center aligned, you can just click this center, or if you want to go to the end of the container, you can select end. And the next one is space between, which will automatically arrange the number of controls with equal space in between. So for instance, if you add a third text label, this will automatically get itself added in the center. So you see the three text labels with equal spaces. Now let me go back to the container and see the rest other options. I would like to make sure the container is set to go from start. The next one is the align, which is vertical, either to start from the top of the container, center of the container, bottom of the container, or stretch it to the full size available in the container. And next option, what we have is gap. So if you add a gap of 10, each label will have a 10 pixel gap between each other. The next one comes the horizontal and the vertical overflow. Here, if you see, the horizontal overflow is hide. Let me make it a scroll, and similarly, we can make the vertical overflow a scroll. And in the direction, I would like to set this vertical, so it will align one by one. And if you see, you will have a small scroll here, which you will be able to use to go to the next list of controls available. Similarly, let me run the app. And if you reduce the screen size, and if you have different components here, for instance, let me go to the edit mode. Now let me select the header container, make the alignment horizontal. Now if you see, the total width has a horizontal scroll. The reason being all the controls are aligned to start and with a stretch with a gap of 10. Next one is a wrap control. So let me turn on the wrap. If you turn on the wrap, it automatically aligns the control with the required space available. If you run the app, now you see the labels are aligned like this. So you can reduce the canvas size. So you will notice that the size of this scroll is getting increased, which means this is getting auto adjusted to the available size. So let me expand it, go to the edit mode. And now let's see what are the options that we have in the individual container. So let me turn off the wrap. I would like to have the horizontal. Let us have it in the start, and let us disable the scrolls for now. In each of the label, if you notice, if you select the container and go inside the label, you have additional piece here, alignment in the container, which is set by the container. For instance, if you want to go on a custom route, you can select it. So only that specific label, if you see here, it is starting from the mid of the screen, which is the center. And the next option, the prime option here, is the flexible width. If you turn on the flexible width, what happens is this takes the full real estate, which is the full remaining real estate of the container. For instance, let me go to the label 2, align the flexible width. So now text 1 and text 2 will have the same width. And in the label 3, you can again align a flexible width. So now all these three controls shares the equal space. So if you notice, you see the label 1 is made to the center. So I would like to make sure to change it back. I would like to go back and say set by the container. So it automatically goes to the top. Now, on selection of this label 1, you see something called fill portion. This fill portion is available because we have enabled the flexible width. What it says, this label takes one third of the space, which means we have three labels. So it is automatically split it into one third. So if you want to increase, you can say, let's say it takes two-third of the space. So automatically this, you see this, it takes two-third of the space, and now the value gets converted into 2 or 4. This can be applied similarly to label 2. Now if you come to label 2, this will be 1/4 of the total space. I would like to say this also should take 2/4 of the space. So now this takes 2/5, this takes 2/5, and this take 1/5, by which we will be able to align it automatically. So this percentage will get auto adjusted whenever the total size of the screen changes. This will enable an additional scroll whenever and wherever required if your container has that scroll enabled. So now let me remove the other two labels. Here, if you see the total label, this is enabled with the flexible width, and hence it takes the full portion of it. I would like to make sure to stretch this total label, make this label center aligned, and I would like to call this as responsive container app. Now I have a text label. So let me run. And if you see, this takes the full width. I would like to do a minimize. Now, if you see, even though the screen size is small, you see the total text available. So based on the movement, for instance, if you still further reduce the size, it will automatically increases to the available width. So let me expand it. Now, if you would like to go to a mobile layout, let me select a mobile layout. Now you still see the total size of the container got auto adjusted to the mobile layout. Let me go back to the browser view of window size. Let me go to the edit mode. Similarly, In this container, this is the header container what I have explained you. If you see your header container, and this header container is of a horizontal type. Now, if you go to the main container, you will still have all the options whatever you've made in this container. If you notice here, the header container is by default set to a maximum width and a height. Here you see the height is 75. Similarly, the footer container will also have the total height of 75. And your main container has a flexible width enabled, and that's the reason it asks for the fill portion 1 of 1, because only one container in the whole screen has this flexible height enabled. If you go back here, the flexible height is disabled. If you enable it now, you will have an option to select what is the fill portion, and you see automatically these two containers share the equal space, which we don't want to do so. So let me turn it off. By this, we come to end of this video. In this video, we understood what is a responsive container, what are the properties available in the responsive container. We have understood the explanation of each of the property. If you have any questions, please post it in the comment section and we will be happy to help.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button, and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.